Thank you both for your testimony. We'll begin now our round of questions. Each member will have 5 minutes. Before I ask my questions, I'd like to add letters of support from various farm groups for Mr. Lindberg and Mr. Westhill's nomination into record. Without objection, so ordered. Mr. Lindberg, this year the U.S. agricultural trade deficit, as you mentioned, is projected to reach a record $49 billion. If confirmed, how will you work to ensure that the broader tariff negotiations being driven by USTR prioritize greater market access for U.S. agriculture exports?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and appreciate the time we spent together discussing these various issues. If you ask many of my colleagues at South Dakota Trade or other people I've worked with in the past, you'll often hear them say that I believe exporting is a team sport, and we must work together to accomplish the exact task that you're discussing today. For me, getting back to surplus would be my number one priority in this capacity. I believe that on day one, I would walk into my office, draw the number -49 billion on the whiteboard, and begin to invite farm groups in from all across the farm economy to figure out where are the countries, where are the markets, what are the products, and what are those dollar values that get us back to surplus. And then I want to be an advocate in the interagency process to make sure that the folks at USTR, the folks at Commerce, the folks at Treasury all know and understand what those priority markets are, what those priority products are for our ag community members, and then we go out and start to win the day, go on the offense.
So really in follow-up to that, if confirmed, you will oversee the premier trade programs, the market access program and foreign market development program, which again are so vital to our producers. Can you describe your experience with MAP and FMD and how you view their role in helping build, expand, and maintain markets for the U.S.?
Happy to do so. Yes, sir. So in my role as president and CEO of South Dakota Trade, we have, as mentioned previously, led a number of trade missions overseas in partnership with a group, the Food Export Midwest program, which uses those funding programs, MAP and FMD, to support our agricultural producers overseas. We, on every one of those trade missions, also engaged the Foreign Agricultural Service staff in country to set up meetings for us, to help guide our agendas, to get Governor Roden and other folks in the room with the right counterparts for bilateral discussions to help advance our ag community's needs in those specific markets. And so I would look forward to working with many of the staff and those programs that I've worked with in the past to execute on their mission.
Very good. Mr. Westhill, based on your insights gleaned from previous experience in this role at USDA, what recommendations do you have to ensure that all USDA employees are treated with respect, that their civil rights are protected, and if violations occur, that individuals are not fearful of retaliation?
Senator, thank you for the question. And first of all, I'll refer back to my opening statement. What we have to do is ensure at OSCR, at USDA, the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights, that its core complaint processing work is going well. Unfortunately, when I arrived at that office in the last term, we inherited quite a backlog of EEO complaints. What I want to make sure, and we rectified that, as I mentioned, what I want to make sure is that if I encounter that sort of backlog again, that it's dispensed with very quickly, once again, within 3 months or faster. We have a history of being successful with that. We'd want to do that again. And I think that is, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to that. Individuals at USDA will understand that their civil rights are going to be enforced, that the leadership is committed to that. And I think at the end of the day, what we want to do is ensure that folks understand their rights and responsibilities as well. So those proactive prevention techniques that I mentioned, training and so forth, ensure that those are in place as well.
Very good.